Y'all ready for this?
Banana.
Hello and welcome.
Oh.
Hey. I'm the captain now. Hello and welcome to Paradise Lost. More specifically, a little slice of paradise. Because we're gonna dive in. So I'm actually running out of time right now, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up. But you know, my name is Brandon. I play Timothy, Two Toes, for the Barovia campaign. Exclamation point. Should put more oomph into that sentence.
Just so you.
Without further ado, here's what happened.
Magic words.
There's the magic word.
Here's what happened, guys. You guys want to know though?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready. This was a great.
I'll tell you.
Great episode.
This is a top 3 for me.
Oh, for
Bubble
sure.
Ice Saga,
100%.
Vibe Zone, baby.
Steven really takes the show.
Hey.
This whole episode's like a battle, right?
Yeah.
The almost all of it is combat. It was very intense.
Fought a few different
top
things.
3 episodes for me.
At least top 5. I wouldn't say top 3, but
Okay.
top 1 was eating a whole tribe of people.
yes, and that wasn't even an episode.
Oh, yeah, it's the first thing we
Right.
covered.
Oh, okay. Well, then that was
Yeah, we covered that
So good.
immediately.
Oh.
That is the best episode, and we
We all
constantly
took
go back
part.
to that.
It was
That
delicious.
building- Yeah, it
properly
was,
seasoned.
we are genocide.
And as we thought back fondly
Genociders.
upon that time where we ate all Donnie,
We're not proud.
the defenders stood in the ruined town of Berez as an ancient hag who inhibits the land, Baba Lasaga. The tall
Baba Ganoush.
Bubble lasagna.
Baba Lasiago. Okay. She was green-skinned hag with many wisps of gray hair.
It's cheese.
How many wisps? It says many, but
many.
At least
Multiple.
3 to
At least
25.
7.
Wisps.
at least 25. That's what I like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, many spans. Many,
Dad, see, you gotta,
You got-
you
no.
gotta be ready for
Gotta
the
be ready.
tablet, dude.
I'm ready.
Get me ready.
How do I...
It's a whole different beast.
Just so old.
Oh no, he's breaking it.
It's
Uh-oh.
fine. It's fine.
He's broken it.
See, but, you know, Irina,
Restart.
now gifted with her divine power from her previous life of Marina that we found at the statue of her grave.
Yep.
Disgusting. But she became powerful. It was really cool.
She had someone else in her.
Right.
Yeah.
Now she was 2 women at once.
Oh.
yucky.
That's
The
just
ultimate
twice
woman.
the fun.
Is that what?
You know this.
That's twice the power.
That's twice.
Is that how you
girth.
become a woman?
Okay.
No.
You have to understand.
That's what happens.
Don't use girth.
That's what happened. But she's now powerful. She's now not useless. She's now Marina, no longer Irina.
But also Irina.
Right?
Marina no longer Irina, but Irina.
I was always fuzzy on that.
I always just referred to her as Irina. That was the life that she was currently in. But she had gained the power and memories of Marina.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's how I was doing it. But Brandon always was like Marina.
She was
is fine.
Marina, and it's fine because it's right. You know, most things that are correct are right. You know.
So,
Fact.
Without further ado,
again. Let's really get into the meat of it, though, this time. Hit us with the meat.
we got there, and Baba Saga already knew that we had intentions of killing Strahd. Like before we were yelling it
To
from the
be fair, we
mountaintops.
weren't necessarily quiet about
I
that.
mean, we didn't set up flyers, you know. Like it's strange that Baba Saga knew that we were enemies of Strahd immediately.
If I
Also,
think-
Strahd didn't know, knew that we weren't gonna go to dinner.
I'm just imagining
that was later.
Later, I'm
handing
angry.
out flyers. Hi, we're here to kill Strahd. Hi, we're here to kill Strahd.
Yeah.
Would you like to support our
Well, that's how everyone keeps acting like with us.
Would you like
the
our
heroes
business
of
card?
Barovia? Like, did you guys get the flyers? Because
Well,
we didn't hand any out.
stories travel, man?
We're the
Travel.
terrorists in this story. Technically.
My guess is
Are
that
we the baddies?
we weren't the first group to come through, maybe.
Money talks.
There's stories. I think it came up a couple times earlier about like previous adventurers had come through Barovia. People had come through and tried to
See, I'm smart.
kill Strahd. This came up later towards the end as well, because like Strahd also had a ton of. If he needed vampire minions with him,
Steven and Andre ran.
Yeah.
no, you're fine. No, you just
We would never interrupt you, David. That's not who we are.
Without further ado.
Steven and Andre ran and hid behind the ruins. Remain.
Like dumb little bitches.
You guys ran
Vibe
away.
zone.
Right into the ruins.
Vibe.
Hilarious.
You didn't like the
Vibe.
fireballs I was throwing?
Well, I mean, you were able to watch the battle on the outskirts.
Vibe
the vibe zone, as some would call it.
No, you ran off to go do some stuff.
Well, scarecrows were beginning to join the battle. So Timothy, the valiant hero, transformed himself to look like Baba Saga,
Oh,
The
yeah.
the master of these
I
scarecrows.
forgot.
You left to transform, and I didn't know that, so
Yeah.
I went with you to go get you to come back. But in reality, I just wanted to.
I
run
also
away.
spent like a good 4 or 5 rounds crawling.
Well, you had an issue where
Why? Again?
No
I don't
idea.
Was it better to be? I don't.
I watched the
Rumble,
episode and I don't know why you started crawling, but
No
Why?
idea.
but Timothy had a problem where first off, like all of
Oh,
your
yeah.
spells would not
Had
be within
60
range.
feet max.
Would not be
you guys are
within
shooting
range
120
of her.
feet Eldritch Blast and fire bolts and just doing whatever.
Had no weapons. to
I had a
get to her.
dagger, so
So
I could
he
only throw 20 feet. 20 feet.
That's why you decided to try this.
21 feet. That's disadvantage.
I think
Imagine.
you were. I think you were disguised as her.
I
But
was.
you didn't want her to see you, so you kept hiding, so you could tell the scarecrows to go the other way.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was it.
So naturally, I crawled.
So you
That
crawled
was it.
behind a
That
log
makes
so that she
sense.
wouldn't
Okay.
see you.
I need
But you were like,
disclosure.
the other way. They're the other way. You were yelling at the scarecrows.
Oh yeah. Eventually, I got to him, but that took like 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And then-
Baba's advantage. What do you say?
Baba.
Nope. Don't
No,
worry. Just go,
I was
without further ado.
I was trying to help you.
Without further ado,
Without further
Please don't
ado.
interrupt him. We never interrupt.
please
the DM.
don't interrupt. I have the captain.
Oh no.
I'm the
Dude, I
captain.
promise.
this is gonna be 4
I
hours.
promise I'm gonna kill
You
you.
have the talking stick.
I promise I'll kill you.
You don't have
Talking
the talking
hat?
stick.
Baba was able to focus powerful fireball spells onto the swampland to impact many members of the group,
Baba.
singing them in the process.
Singeing.
Singing them
Nope, singing
in
them.
the process.
Oh man, what a fun time this is.
This singing severely wounded many and managed to knock Irina unconscious. Irina went unconscious because of the singing. She can't handle it. Andre, still in the vibe zone, responded to seeing this spell by casting a fireball of his own.
You're welcome.
Landing on top of the floating Babala Saga
You're welcome.
as she stood out.
You're welcome.
Sing again. Love it.
It's singed.
I know.
You're welcome.
But still okay. The group notices for the first time that the skull she was using to fly had actually become cracked.
You're welcome.
Is apparently
Oh, that's
not
just
immune to
cracked
being
at
destroyed.
She was.
She was no longer a
my guy.
She was no longer a hag. She was a crack hoe. We know this.
The
It
fuck?
was a crack hag.
We respect that.
That works out.
We
like
respect,
that.
we respect
Yep.
that.
She should
So-
have kept fighting. We would have been friends.
Marina goes down from the crack hag. We get her back up, and then she sets healing to those immediately around her. Since the only weaponry she has is melee based, that would be silly to not be in
Loser.
range of any of her attacks.
Loser.
Stupid. Timothy's doing fine during this portion of thing though.
No, we know.
Baba took this opportunity to begin flying towards it, apparently more wounded.
Baba. You don't know her like that.
Definitely jumped over some stuff, bud.
Oh yeah.
During the battle.
Amidst the chaos,
You
in
got
the
it.
darkness ahead in the ruined town. This is a very important thing that I
It
almost
is.
Very
skipped over.
important.
A burst of green light could have been seen, coming closer and closer.
I remember that.
As-
I remember.
Yeah, good
Oh,
one.
you remember?
As the
I remember.
I remember.
as the earth began to shake and quake
Yeah.
and
Shimmy. It was.
Shimmy, shimmy.
I was gonna say quiver,
Buff.
but
But you started with
my mind.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to,
Quiver.
fill in the blanks.
Now, this is
Chaos.
very important. So that starts happening. Starts getting closer. We're like, wow, we're gonna have to fight this. No way we could just simply do something spectacular and make this whole encounter trivial.
We're
We're
not
not
that
there
cool.
yet.
We're not that cool.
So Baba, knowing this, she took this opportunity to begin flying towards it, apparently more wounded than she would have liked. It all comes together. That's when it makes sense. But not before Andre rushed forward to release yet another fireball, which shattered the floating skull and dropped her into the marsh below.
It's the power of the vibe zone,
That's
baby.
the when you vibe,
Vibing.
fuck yeah.
I'm in the zone.
Auto zone.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
I don't know that one. I only know O'Reilly Auto.
This is gonna be the same length as an episode.
But
yeah, basically.
4 hour recap.
Keanu, you have to understand that this
Yeah,
group used
4 hour
this
recap.
opportunity to rush to her before she could act, tried desperately to finish her off before she could finish whatever spell she was casting. Because it looked oh so henuous. Looking over
Heinous?
heinous. Did I say henuous?
I would have gone with it.
Tenuous.
I
so illiterate.
I was like,
Oh, wow, that's a big
I don't know
word.
what that
I was
word
like,
means.
tenuous. Wow.
I'm just
Did I write
Dude.
that?
That's
No,
what-
Henuous
oh.
is like
I saw your face. You're like,
Henuous is like way more sinister. It
was,
stick with it.
I know I'm gonna be the same way, so I like
Oh, it's okay.
making fun of you.
Henuous?
Yeah.
I'm illiterate. Well, it's just like I keep losing my spot because I'm illiterate. We looked pretty nervous, unable to do anything about it. Baba looked to the nearest person who couldn't do anything about it and released a powerful evil spell trying to kill one person before she goes her closest person was Nereza. The spell she cast, by the way, was it Finger of Death? Doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure
No, it
she
was.
would have died.
We
Moments
established
away
that.
because we were holding our action.
Oh,
to
yeah,
attack her.
yeah, yeah.
And she was sitting there with her finger like,
Yeah,
like ready for her turn to come around.
She was literally at like 10 hit points at that point.
Yeah.
She was about to
about-
die. And the next, in the initiative order, I think it went Nereza and then Steven and then her.
Yeah.
And both of
Reza
you.
held her action.
Both
and
of you
were
decided
talking.
to hold your actions to shoot her once she stood up because she was prone and you didn't want disadvantage on the shot.
Oh, that's right.
So you both were like, we're going to wait. She wasn't going to stand up.
That's big.
And she attempted to blast.
Following this, the most amazing thing happens. You know, you live, which is cool, I guess.
Unfortunate.
Pretty good. But emerging from the fogs.
Well, real quick.
yeah?
You
Oh,
jumped,
God.
over, you
Did
jumped
I?
over something. Was that Nereza lived because it didn't impact her. Lord Farquaad saved her life
You're welcome.
by being a bear rushing forward and becoming the
that's
closest
right,
person.
yeah.
You basically,
before.
That's a good one. Yeah.
you basically jumped
skipping
in,
over
like
the best
in the
things.
in the game, like it was you had moved up and become the closest person. I think that you actually like jumped over as the bear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And blocked Nereza.
Yeah.
So that way you took the impact.
Yeah.
And you dropped your bear form because of it, but no one died.
Yeah.
No, but that's the funniest part. You're underselling that because she
Right.
was like, one more thing before I die. And then this bear is just like, and the bear just vanishes and she's just like, what's up?
They could even do
What
that.
happened?
A lot of folks in this campaign are like, all right, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna just kill one of you as well. And it never works.
No,
I think that's just you though.
it did not work.
It really is.
Nope.
That
The mentality of this game, I think. Like for
many dice in
for
this tray.
for Baba, it was definitely like,
I don't know.
well,
I don't
this
know. You're not
you
playing
take
with them.
85
Oh my
bludgeoning.
roll my dice. For Baba, it was mainly, it
Don't
was
touch the
definitely
dice.
like,
Don't touch the dice.
it was definitely, I have this last resort spell to at least kill one of them, and can hinder their progress towards their goals. Sorry, you had jumped over that.
Oh no,
Make
it's
sure
yeah.
that was
Oh no, you stopped me when
How
I
dare you interrupt?
So what's
Yeah.
headed our way?
4-hour episode.
But Bear Farquaad said, nope.
65.
We passed the
Like,
10-minute mark.
following this, Steven released his Eldritch Blast of Arcane Energy combined with Nereza's arrows together and slayed this ancient evil hag.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. As they stood victorious over her body, they could still see the burst of green energy in the fog ahead while the earth continued to move. Something else is coming. There's a storm.
And it wasn't me.
Unable to see whatever the source of this is, it wasn't you, surprisingly.
Right.
The group took to healing themselves as much as they could while preparing for it. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Please comfort him.
I forgot how cool that episode was.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Emerging from the fog, the defenders could see a massive tree roots having been pulled out of the march, stepping like a giant hut. A stabilized hut
It was a
on top of this formation. No one outmagics the hut.
No
we
one.
know this.
Except.
However,
My massive monster creature emerging finally.
from the hut, the green light could be seen as a beacon surrounding this monstrous entity, but reacting quickly and taking some form of magic and releasing a spell. Dispel magic.
Oh, the greatest spell of all time.
It caused the structure
Episode 1.
to stagger, to freeze, and it stayed there forever.
It had
And ever.
It had to make it specifically said in the book. This thing's massive. It has like 300 hit points. It's gonna be the bane of your character's existence, which is gonna be fun to deal with. But by the way, and there's no indication in the game for this.
One weakness.
A weakness of it is that if dispel magic is cast on it, it has to make a Constitution saving throw, which I remember it had like literally like plus 10.
Oh, wow.
And I think I rolled a natural 1.
Really?
See
Oh,
there.
no way.
So it was like, first off, that was its only real weakness, but also it was a weakness that was kind of a long shot. But it worked
It worked.
to stun it to.
you hit a 300 HP hit right there.
And,
Yeah.
And
We gave you so much
I
shit
never
for it,
once
too.
used that spell because it confused the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was supposed to do.
I said it wouldn't work.
I was like, I've never
You
used
were
a spell.
so against I thought you were right.
I don't know what to do
I was
with
like,
it.
no way.
I'm gonna just try it, and it worked.
It
And
was
now I use it all the time.
Literally,
so cool.
that was what I'd like to call a pro gamer move.
It was.
That's what I like to
Is that
hear.
written in there?
360.
That's the
like,
next
yeah, that's
stanza,
exactly what that
actually.
I'm in phase now after that spell.
It was really good. It was really good.
Call me Phase Steve.
That's why. Remember the 360? We'll get to that.
Face Fistler.
Episode thirsty. Together, the group ran up the roots of the stopped form.
Oh, yeah.
As Steven could feel his magical grasp breaking. Was it concentration? What was breaking in his magical grasp?
It only lasts like a minute.
The weakness, you had a minute of it being just completely stunned for you to do something.
Gotcha.
Before it would wake up.
So we rushed it because we didn't know that we just killed it.
And you guys were all at the foot of it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like its roots were in front of you.
Yeah. So we decided to climb up, not to get stepped on, just in case it came back, but it didn't.
Yeah.
But it didn't. But someone. Wait, hold on. I shouldn't say this before.
Wait for
What was it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Somebody.
They rushed into the hut, broke the floorboards to locate a small green gem,
Oh my god!
the source of the light, like a beacon, and pulled it out from the hut, causing the corrupted magic to form this being to be destroyed. In that minute, we unplugged the battery.
Yep. So smart.
Basically,
Quest
that's exactly
jewel.
what happened. Yeah.
Love that. Oh,
And
man.
we did
We
that.
literally we fucked that encounter.
Oh yeah,
ass.
because
You
even
get
after
shit on.
that,
Is that the best you
we
ever
quickly
seen?
investigated the room, found the chest. Upon opening it, several clawed hands emerged.
Oh.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
One more little
Victory
fuck you.
achieved. We already went through your hut,
more
your
fuck
giant
you.
skull, and now you want hands.
Catch
But
his
luckily,
hands.
Not a problem.
inside the chest was also a platinum-made amulet with a ruby set into it. Inspecting it, they learned it is the powerful holy symbol of Ravenkind, meant to inspire
Oh,
hope
where is it?
within the
You
darkness
always
they
have it.
find
It's not- it's
themselves
not
in.
It's in the closet.
Don't worry about
It is a powerful deterrent in regards to vampires and undead, and is one item of the prophecy spoken over the group.
This you?
And that it is. And ladies and gentlemen,
And we totally
as they
didn't-
began to rest in the hut after a long day,
You guys rested in the hut.
that's true. Steven stayed fucking outside.
I slept under the hut.
For why?
To appreciate.
What was Steven's
I didn't
mindset?
wanna go in.
Was this
I don't think
the
I
one
wanted to
with
go
the
in.
baby?
I think you were scared of it. Yeah.
Inside of the hut as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I read it in, but there was the illusion of
Of the baby
Of
in the
an
The baby was in
yeah,
there.
that
Yeah.
was
He
so
Ain't no
weird.
question, no, baby. The baby was in there and just rapping.
But yeah, this whole encounter.
Levitate.
Levitate. He was just in the corner. And then do a leap of came out of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's perfect.
Oh my god.
This whole encounter, like it was going to be like I had in my notes of like eventually trying to go into some of the buildings and then trying to fight it from in there while it destroyed them. Like
Oh man.
this combat could have ended up being over the course of 2 sessions.
Well, yeah. I mean, we already went through Baba. We already went through the house that we were supposed to fight, then hands, and then a demon baby.
Well, this like the hut itself was going to be
Could have-
like
yeah.
potentially on how it was dealt with. Like that could have gone into another session. Like that's how massive this thing is.
Yeah.
That's how difficult this thing is to kill.
But when you have a
so
god like
this-
Steven B. Fistler,
Didn't seem that difficult.
No,
Right.
it didn't do it. It's pretty easy.
quite hilarious actually at the music.
I'm happy with how it turned out. It's awesome.
And we're not
I
done,
finally
right?
got to use that spell.
There's one
Why
more.
did I sleep outside?
There's one
I
more
think I was
thing.
waiting
Why
for-
did you
I think
sleep
because I knew
outside?
Strahd was coming, so I was
probably
waiting.
So you
for
went
him.
outside?
Yeah, it probably wasn't
Yeah, 'cause
important.
we knew he was gonna come that day. Yeah.
And you know, all throughout the day, he didn't show up. We just fight something, and then that very night, who's in the doorway?
No, I
Who
think-
is it?
I
Knock,
think,
is
knock,
it?
knock.
I
Who
think
is
you
it?
were afraid that the house was gonna move again or something.
I probably just went outside because I knew he was coming, so he was either gonna kill me 1v1 or he was gonna fight all of you 1v5,
That's true.
and I would have just been I would have had the odds in my favor.
You were gonna hope that he just left you alone.
I definitely don't think that's it.
I probably was hoping that he
remember.
would have gone to you guys, and
But
then
I didn't
just
write it
left
in,
him behind
'cause I
and be
didn't
like,
think it was
oh, dildo, you know, like up the ass. You know?
I just-
Oh.
Diddle him.
I just
Well, now with
really-
the analogy.
Hit him with that.
Yeah.
What was that thing?
I just
Wow.
want to know who's at the door.
Oh, Strahd.
No
Bum,
fucking
bum,
way.
bum.
Yeah. In the doorway because, you know, we didn't give him permission yet to come in.
Oh yeah.
Yet.
I never did.
Maybe.
And that's all that happened.
No.
I don't think we were here for the next
And
episode.
that's, you know, that's just a little slice of
No,
paradise.
that's just a
That's
little
just a little,
slice.
that's
Just a little
just
bit.
a piece
Just a
of
little
pie.
slice.
We know this.